of uniqueness. You know, this lecture, whatever the hell it is, it's called Wolf Power. I just like the name, by the way. I do. I don't like sheep. I don't mean anything personal to the mammals themselves. I do live in the same neighborhood. You know, this is the disease of the past. This extraordinary dependency that leads to servitude, to be enslaved to ideologies and philosophies and mores, to be in fear of your life, to break from them. See, I look at the nature of what we are and I see that this is it. You don't do it now, it doesn't get done. This is it, the wheel is turning. We have an enormous knowledge base, truly an enormous knowledge base, that give us all the advantages we need in order to be able to understand these mechanics and take advantage of it. But none of it is possible until you're ready to give up your mind. You have to give it up. It's not about turning it off. You can't. It is not about ignoring it. You can't. You let go of it running your life. You let go of it telling you what to do. This is the curse. It is so profound, it is so deep. The mind doesn't know what to do. The mind is insane. It'll do anything. It thinks of this, it thinks of that. This doesn't work, it'll do this. It doesn't care about you. Doesn't know who you are. Cares about everything else, you know? I mean, the average mind is like a general at war. It's constantly juggling all these things it's concerned about. You know, money, sex, you know, you name it, whatever it is. All these things, you know, the mind is always manipulating. Well, we could do this and we could do that. Well, maybe we should do this. And yes, let's do that. And then it gets done and nothing happens. And the mind says, oh, gee, let's try something else. Let's study this. Let's be that. Let's become this. Let's go there. All of that's going to make our lives better, idiots. The madness of the mind. It's a great thing. I mean, you know, it's fun. I love my mind. As long as it doesn't try to tell me what to do. As long as it doesn't tell me what to do, everything's okay. It can look this way, it can look that way, it can juggle, it can play. But it stays innocent. And every word that comes out of my mouth is no longer a lie. Because you see, when your mind is deciding, you have become a great liar. You lie about everything to everyone, all the time. You don't even know you're lying to everyone about everything, all of the time. Well, sometimes you know. Doesn't stop you from lying to everybody all the time. See, look, when your mind is in control of your life, it has to lie. Because it knows it's not in control, right? So it has to figure out ways in which it can pretend that perhaps it could be in control if only it could get that person to be like this, and this person to be like that, and that person to give them this. That's not a life. That's just waiting to die. And unfortunately, with these Iranian bodies, it goes on and on and on. You know, 90 years old and you're still fucked up. If you have anything left. See, I don't like sheep. I don't see the point. See, the moment that you cannot see your uniqueness is the moment that you miss the spirituality of life. human beings are looking for the spirituality somewhere up there. You know, it's in here. To begin to see the beauty that is you. And to begin to grasp at the deepest level that there is no such thing as comparison. This is what the mind does. That's all the mind can ever do. Maya comes from the ancient Sanskrit to measure. You know, it's all measurement shit. It has nothing to do with the spirit that is there within you. When I started my professional career in design in the early 90s, because I'm an integration being and not exactly a fuzzy person, I didn't have much contact with people and their trips. And I went out on the road doing all of these intros and readings. And what astonished me was how much people hated themselves. I mean, it blew me away. I mean, even at my worst, I didn't feel that bad, you know? It was awful. It was awful. It was, you know, I could see it in their bodies. I could hear it in their voices. I could see it in their eyes. You know, I could see that there were layers and layers and layers and layers of deep discomfort with what it was to be them, and they didn't know who they were. They were uncomfortable with their not self. It was a standing joke of mine to say to them, you know, I know you hate yourself, but it's the wrong person. You know? I mean, if you want to hate yourself, hate the real one, you know? Don't take the second-hand conditioned model. They're really easy to hate. They really are. They're awful. I know these beings, you know? I was one once too. Madness. See, when I started, I thought it was really going to be easy. Honestly. I figured, you know, if they gave me such a beautiful package, it must be really easy to do this shit, right? You get up there and say, excuse me, I know how everything works. Here's this little thing, try it, right? It'll change the world, right? And then I thought, okay, I'm going to focus on generators. I am so pissed with generators. I've spent 21 years trying to get them to wake up. You know, they'll change the world overnight. You know? Generators thought, hey, it's easy, right? Respond. I mean, it's one word. Most incredible thing you can imagine. Transform a complete life. One word, right? They look at you like sheep in headlights. You know, if I don't do it, nobody else will. What do you mean? It's going to come to me? Me? I'm not worthy. You know, it's never going to come to me. Love, money, this, blah, blah, blah. No. I have to go get it and be frustrated and sick and crazy. I thought it would be like that. You know? Respond. Unbelievable, right? This is a sick world. You know, somebody comes along with the perfect package and everybody's going, what? What did he say? Did he say, don't initiate? Is that possible? You know? The homogenized world, you know. They're nuts. They really are. This is the whole problem. And you got to live with them. No. We do. We have to live with them. We cannot avoid them. There's nothing you can do about it. They're there all around you. And they're going to drag you away from your truth if you let them, because it's so easy to do. You know, this is the joy of this privilege. I look out in the world and I see there's between 30 and 50 million people who are able